Payday! Today is payday for me as I make this video. So at the time I make this video, I work a full-time job. I've worked pretty much since high school. Since I could work, I've always worked. Sure, I've had ups and downs. But today, for me, it's a payday for my current job, and I reflect on what that means. And I also want to address the question, should you follow the money or should you follow your passion? First, with regards to payday, this is what makes it all worth it. Because when you wake up in the morning, the hardest part is getting there. The hardest part is showing up. The hardest part is the mental anguish you feel on your way to work, thinking about all the things you have to do, all the people you have to deal with, and that's a huge mental burden, and that's why many people don't work and don't show up consistently to work, because they mentally just don't have the capacity to deal with the stress. So physically, a lot of people can do the same things, but they can't get past the mental barrier of showing up after it gets hard. And the payoff is, if you push past, and I want to slow down a little bit. That's not a judgment on them. Look, life is hard. I feel the pain still at this point, being situated in my career, being moved up into leadership, and being in a good position and having the mental capacity and intelligence to deal with different things. I still feel the pain. It's less now, but I still feel it, and I can understand, based on the pain I feel, why some people wouldn't be able to deal with it. Just like there's certain things I deal with in life, whether it's living on the road or whatever, that I've dealt with that I know certain people wouldn't be able to deal with. And it doesn't make me better than them, but it's an acknowledgement. Now, as always, some people play the game. Some people, they like to play that as a card to play. But either way, I want to address that, and I want to say today's the payoff. Okay, so you get paid for that anguish. That's where you benefit, and people who don't want to deal with it don't benefit, okay? Because you pay for everything in one sense or another. I know somebody going through trying to file a disability claim now, and, it's been a couple-year process, and now they got to go on a video interview to try to get money. So you either deal with the mental pain of showing up to work and dealing with people, or you have to deal with the mental pain of tap dancing for the government and, kissing their ass for a couple nickels. You don't escape pain in life, period, okay? And if you choose, and again, there's some people that legit need help, and there's some people that legit should get help. So, and even the person I referenced, maybe they need help, but I want to address that. And I want to say to you, there's a payoff. When you wake up after sacrificing for your job and for different things, and you wake up and in your direct deposit bank account, there's money, and not just two nickels from the government with a lot of tap dancing. When there's real money, that's encouragement. Is it worth it? I mean, it's worth it to an extent, and it allows you to gain what you really want in this world, which is your freedom. Now, you could lose your freedom by living above your means, and then you're sacrificing, you're showing up, you're facing the mental anguish, but you're not getting ahead, because you're spending just as fast as you make. And you've created a lifestyle that makes you subject, makes you depend, and makes you totally at the beck and call of whoever will cut you a check. When you work, and you should work hard no matter what your situation, hopefully you start to understand that you should live below your means, you should save up, you should empower yourself so that you have more options to determine more of your future and to live light, live stress-free as much as possible. And then with regards to, should you follow the money or follow your passion? I mean, in the beginning of my journey, right out of high school, I followed the money. I didn't really want to get into the electrical field. I didn't really want to work with my hands. I really didn't want to go to school for 5 nights, for 5 years and get a certain certification. But I saw at the end of the road, there was money. And I said, well, let me at least sacrifice it for the 5 years, do what I need to do, and make it happen. Because I always knew from a young age that if you don't start now, You're never going to, there's a season of your life you have to pay your dues. There's a season of your life you have to sacrifice. And if you just follow your passion, you're going to be in such need of money that your passion, your creativity will not be free flowing. Your creativity, your passion will be subject to the people on the other end of the audience. They will control the dollars, and if they want to tip you, and if they want to stop and drop money in your hat, if they want to donate to your cause, if they want to empower you. And I didn't want my passion to be controlled by other people, because I know other people, human nature is just, most people are jerks, okay? That's the bottom line. Now, there's some good people out there too. I don't want to be negative. There's good people out there. But at the end of the day, look, I didn't want to be subject to somebody else. And I don't want to depend on somebody else. We all need each other, but you know what I'm saying. And so, in my opinion, in my experience, in the beginning of your journey, look, work to maybe not necessarily follow your passion, but to position yourself for financial freedom. Okay? And do some things you may not want to do. And then as you get your financial freedom, transition to using more of your passion. Because then you can use your passion without having to care what other people think about it. Because you don't need their money. You don't need their applause. And that's when you're truly free creatively. Now, there's different journeys. I can't tell you your journey will be exactly like mine. I can't tell you my journey is the exact one you should follow, but I'm sharing my life. You take with it what you can, leave from it what you want. But this is what I've seen. And as I live below my means, as I continue to work, even though in one sense I'm pretty free, I continue to empower myself that I can use more of my passion. I can use more of it in the way I want to use it. And I can feel freedom. Payday is freedom. And you're working for it. And you're making your way to use your real reason on this earth. Because your real reason to be on this earth is your passion. It is the fire that burns inside you, something that gets you excited about life. And if you don't know your passion, you should start going for daily walks. If you don't know your passion, you should be waking up by 5 a.m. to find it and sleeping by 10. Because if you're sleeping all day, you're dragging ass at night, you're not going to find your passion. You're not looking for your passion. You're looking to play games. And that's the type of people that are out there. They're playing games with you at night. They're playing games. You don't want to play games in life. Find your payday. Empower yourself financially so you can use your passion in a free way. That's my message.